guys? It's John with Raven Off-Road. I appreciate you clicking the link, watching the video today. Today we are headed to Bald Eagle State Forest. I'm going to call this my real first trip of the season. I had done a trip earlier, so there's a little backstory to this trip. About a month ago, I went down to Bald Eagle State Forest, same place we're going today. Kind of like a little test run, see how all the camping gears work. You know, I've done major upgrades to the truck. That video is still coming, by the way. And I just wanted to get out and make sure, you know, adjustments were right, camping stuff worked, you know, the usual, all that stuff. Well, anyway, long story short, the Coleman tent that I had was defective somehow. And I was like, no big deal. I'm gonna go to my backup tent, which is my old Z-Packs 2-person backpacking tent. No big deal, I'll be fine. Woke up in a puddle at about 3 o'clock in the morning, had to sleep in the truck. So, didn't end up very well. The off-roading part did. Definitely figured out the adjustments I needed to make on the truck, which we've done. So, and I'll get into all that detail later as we get out on the trail and things like that. So, the last time I had done Hen Steps, Sharp Back, Patty Mountain, drove around, it was only a one-nighter. So, this one's going to be a two-nighter. So, we're going to come back on Sunday and got a new tent, which I'll talk about when we get to camp. Got a pavilion, so I don't get rained on. And other than that, most of the rest of the stuff is going to be the stuff I had the first time. So again, I'll discuss the adjustments we made on the truck when we get out there to the trails, tell you what I had first time, what I changed, better or worse. So I will be linking parts of the first trip, so I didn't do video of it, but I'll kind of link like the parts from the first trip to show this is what happened the first time, this is what I changed the second time, and you know, did I learn a lesson or did I do something wrong? So we'll see. Anyway, this is gonna be a fun trip. Again, 2 nights, Bald Eagle State Forest. Got the doggos again, and we're going to actually camp at the same exact campsite that I camped at last time. So kind of a scientific experiment. It was a really awesome campsite right on the stream. Yeah, it was in the state park. There were people around, but to me, I don't have an issue with that. So when I'm testing stuff out, I would rather be close to other people versus at a dispersed campsite and something breaks and then I have to truck it out. So the next trips will be dispersed camping sites once I kind of get everything dialed in. But anyway, enough talking. Had been talking for 3.5 minutes. We're up here driving through Finger Lakes right now. Left the North Country of New York about 2 hours ago. So we got, according to Google, 3 hours to go. So that should get us in camp around 5 o'clock. Minus a 20-minute stop at Aldi's for some foods. And yeah, so 5:30ish should be in camp. But anyway, I'm gonna get to driving and I'll see you guys at the next stop. Thought this was pretty cool. We're driving through Watkins Glen. Never been here. Got Seneca Lake over there. If y'all are NASCAR fans, you're gonna know that they have a track on the circuit here in Watkins Glen. Yeah. Alrighty. Welcome to Pennsylvania. We're getting there. Alright, just got in the state forest. We're gonna move on up here. There's a spot that I used last time. That was a really good spot to air down. Let the dogs out. They've been cooped up in this truck for about 4 hours. And then air down and move on to the campsite. All right, got her all aired down. Ready to rock and roll. letting the dogs run a little bit. So you can see a few little changes. Took the chase rack off, added a bigger antenna for the radio, put my fire extinguishers in here. You can see the other one on the other side. Mounted these lights facing backwards so I'd have some work lights. Everything packed up here. Got a tire strap kind of holding everything down. This little, got my recovery gear and like camping gear and stuff in that. And then everything else is tent down there, stove, everything else. Got that. That ain't changed. Nothing really on the side has changed. But I did get the off-road rear bumper installed. And then dovetailed the fenders. So, yep, a little bit more clearance in the back this trip. But yeah, just enjoying the view for about another minute or two. Letting the dog sniff. And then we're gonna head to camp because it looks like it might be clearing up for me. Alright, we're on Pine Swamp Road. And normally I would go down Poe Patty Drive here to some vistas, and I highly recommend that you go down Poe Patty Drive to some vistas. However, the fun part of Poe Patty Drive, the Jeep Trail part, is closed for reforestation. So that's like the back way into the campsite where I'm staying. So I'm gonna go the long way around to get to the campsite, and not this way. But if you're paying, you want to say hi to the camera? You're gonna let everybody know, you know? Yeah, you tell them we like camping. All right, got the campsite set up. So this is the new tent. It is the Gazelle Overland Edition, the T3. So it's a 3-person. I got fed up. Everybody said Gazelle tents were the best. So found a solid steal on it through Amazon and got it. But it's perfect. It fits my Intex air mattress just perfectly. I got all this room in here. So even when I bring the wife and kid, we got all kinds of room. All right, got some teriyaki udon noodles all fired up. Gotta have your fruits and veggies, boys and girls. Always make sure. And then up here, we've got the pork chops going. So seasoned salt, cooking in a cast iron skillet, the one and only way to cook, ladies and gentlemen. Cast iron skillet, are the best. Let's get my little weather report in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go do Strong Mountain. We get up to the top. I've got some cell signal up there. Text the wife, let her know I'm alive, and dinner was good. And then we'll probably go down Longwell after that, and come back and do either go up the rest of Strong Mountain Jeep Trail, or I'll just go around, depending on what time it is. But it's 7:45 right now, so it's gonna get dark in like another hour. So still plenty of time to do a Jeep trail, have some fun, and then do a night trail back so I can test the lighting. So that's the plan now. So we're going up Havis Mountain right now, and that'll loop us up to Strong Mountain Jeep Trail here in about 2 miles or so. So I'll turn on the big camera when we get up there. So here we go. part of Strong Mountain that I tracked for Onyx. It wasn't linked properly the last time I was up here. But Strong Mountain is a fun little green trail on Onyx you can do. Got some mud holes, got all kinds of stuff. It's a good time. There's a little rock garden through here. Top of this, you actually have Verizon signal if you have Verizon. So that's where we're going. Get signal so I can text the bike. Sorry, was recentering the map. So yeah, we're gonna finish Strong's Mountain Road, do a little night driving, and then we'll come back Red Ridge to Strong's Improvement, back to Havis Valley, and then just cruise back on into the campsite and call it a night. Again, gonna save Longwell Draft for tomorrow as I head down to Henstep and High Top, and then after that I think we're gonna go exploring before I do Patty Mountain. So we'll see. Tomorrow's just whatever we feel like. But this one spot here, so this is Longwell, Strong's Mountain, and where we just came from, Strong's Mountain. Right here you get 2 bars, LTE, Verizon. So if you want to mark that on your map, if you're on Onyx, right here, 2 bars, LTE, Verizon. I don't know about the other ones, but that's it. All right, we're gonna head on down the trail. All right, folks. Well, that was a successful night ride. Trying to get as much into the light as possible, but you might only be able to see half of my face. Yeah, no, it was a good ride down Strong Mountain Jeep Trail. That tree that fell, it was a tight squeeze, but we made it. Kind of came out of nowhere, but that was still fun. Ride back, super easy. This truck's already riding so much better. I can't wait to get the blue trails tomorrow and see how it does. Just suspension wise, handling wise, you know, in 4-low, just everything. But yeah, so I'm gonna have some nacho cheese, watch the old iPad for a bit, some of my Curse of Oak Island, and go to bed. Plan for tomorrow is exploring. Try to find some trails or do some trails I've never done. High Top's hopefully gonna be one of them. Henstep, maybe. Henstep was fun, probably my least favorite the last time, but definitely doing Patty Mountain, definitely doing Sharpback. Going up towards Duncan, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, exploring tomorrow. But anyway, snack time, nap time, sleep time, whatever you want to call it. I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, folks. It's beautiful, however cold, Saturday morning. No rain last night. Sun's out. Yes. I haven't seen the sun in like 7 days. In all seriousness, it's rained for 6 days straight in the North Country in New York, and then it rained all day yesterday coming down here. So this is the first I've seen the sun in about 7 days. I went to North Carolina last weekend, and it was of course sunny, and then I came home and it was cold, and I hadn't seen the sun since. So I'm quite a little bit happy about that. But anyway, I digress. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm thinking we're gonna go exploring this morning. I'm gonna try to check out some of these unmarked trails on the map. See if there's anything open this morning. Grab some breakfast, find some cell service, text the wife, let her know I made it through the night. Dog's already been fed. It's 37 degrees this morning, so not really feeling standing outside and cooking right now. So we're gonna have a small breakfast. I have some lemon raspberry cake from Sam's the wife's got, so I'll munch on that for breakfast. But yeah. Alright, so the first two set of trails I wanted to check out are not open to trucks. It's alright. These are the dual sport trails. North Sand Mountain Trail. And then over here on this side it continues. So yeah, all good. Plenty more stuff to explore. Sun's coming out. Excuse me, having a nice little breakfast. Still a little chilly, but got my old lemon raspberry cake. So yeah, this looks like a fun place to ride back here though. also snowmobile trails in the winter. So, also good to know. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my breakfast, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna head down Sand Mountain Road. There's a few spots I'm marked as possible trailheads down there. We'll go check those out. It's all about exploring this morning. All right, success. Came up the pike here and found Little Poe Trail. So, no gate. We're gonna check it out. This one's unmarked on Onyx. Letting the dogs get some water and run a little bit longer. But yeah, just coming up the trail past Sand Mountain Road. This Little Poe Trail. It says dead end road, so hopefully there's a good turnaround point. But yeah, we'll definitely check this out, see where it goes. local gentleman out here. Chatted with him for about an hour. Really nice guy. Gave me some good ideas. A few other places to check out, which is really nice of him. But so far, Little Poe Trail has not disappointed. It's been a beautiful little trail. But yeah, it's been a fun little drive out here. Had a few mud holes, not too rocky, but guy told me there's a little hunting camp out the end of this road, so we'll go down and check that out. All right, so I got down Little Poe. They're ready to jump out, but I'm not gonna let them out. There's this little hunting camp back here. Pretty beautiful. But on the map it shows it keeps going, but it does. However, I am not taking the truck down there. That is way too narrow. So the trail ends here for me. This little hunting camp's a good spot to turn around too. And then I'm gonna head back down the trail a little bit and stop, let the dogs run for a minute, so they're itching to get out. But it looks like there's some hiking trails back up in here. You know, I'd take the ATV down there, but that's about it. And it looks like probably snowmobile trail in the winter. But yeah, beautiful little drive out here. That was fun. Fun discovering stuff. Definitely tracked it for OnX, so I'll add this trail on there too. But I'm gonna hop back in the truck, turn around, pull back to the spot I seen back there, a little wider open, let the dogs run for a minute. So open. This is Greens Valley Trail. This one looks fairly easy. We'll see how far back it goes. some nice big water puddles up by the front to make a big splash. It's all gravel bottom, so. But this looks like a fairly easy 2-track. A little bit muddy since it has been raining, but yeah, it's nice. Let's see where this goes. Like that's the end of the road, folks. Hiking only. All right. This is somebody's house, so we're gonna back up very nicely. Yep, that's where it ends. And then somebody's house is right there. And we have made it to the end. Hey, 1.5 miles. That's not bad. Nice little trail. With all this rain, it's been making for some good water puddles on the trails. I can't wait to see what Sharpback looks like after all this rain. Definitely gonna do that one. It's gonna be fun, but I'm gonna go the other way this time. But all right, success number 2, Greens Valley Trail. That was fun. All right, so let's go ahead and enjoy the drive back out. This is a dead end, so both of them have been a dead end before, but places turn around at the end, so no big deal. And yeah, let's head out to the next one. Greens Valley was a success. 2 for 2. So easy trails, but still fun with all this rain and lots of water on the trail, so it's been making them fun. Another out and back, and then turns into a foot trail at the end, so about almost 2 miles. But yeah, not bad. So back up. Beautiful view. Nice little beast to stop on the road. All right, a little late lunchtime, but the old lunch box out. Stop next to a stream for the doggos. Then get some water. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. You stay over here. So yeah, gonna get a quick lunch and then Sharpback Hollow. Like I said, I'm gonna run it backwards. Do something a little different. Gonna have some tuna fish on some naan. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Alright, so changed my mind. We're gonna do Sharpback the normal way. And the only reason I say that is because I've seen a bunch of people up here and I know that most people run it this way. So that's what we're gonna do. So, normal way, Sharpback Hollow. This one's a fun one. I am not going to do it this time, and the main reason being is a little bit higher than it was when I came through a month ago after all the rain. And then and B, let's see, where is it? Right here, right there. I cut wide, so I cut wide over here, and then it jammed me right here, like trying to straighten it out. So I had to winch off that tree, and I don't really feel like winching today. So I'm gonna put up some footage here, as you can see. You know, I'm taking it in slow, coming around the corner, and then, you know, I just get jammed up, which happens, no biggie. But then, you know, then I had to winch it out, and I mean, it was super easy. I just, you know, 2 or 3 yanks of the winch and I came right out. But it's fun. Obviously Jeeps will handle it zero problems, and I think that's the reason why most of the Jeeps go through here with that little shorter wheelbase than the F-150. So it's super easy. You know, if I had a shorter wheelbase, no problems whatsoever. But yeah, no, but it's fun though. Then you just come right up here and you just go up over the hill. Now, as you can see, they have some bypasses for you. You can either take just the straight ahead, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at least up and over and then come back down. So yeah, No mud holes today. I did do the last one though, so it's all good.
sloppy sharpback never, ever disappoints. Looks like fun. There's all kinds of these little side trails out here. Man. That is Doug Trail, apparently back there, but an actual hiking trail. Alright, well, we're getting there. A little over halfway through. Sweet. We continue on.
right, Sharpback Hollow never disappoints. A little tighter than I remember it, but still fun. I did skip the big mud hole, but there's plenty more. It's all good. I did all the other side mud holes. Just didn't feel like winching out today. It's all good. I'll do it again. But all right, it is 4 o'clock. I'm gonna drive on down here, find a good place, let the dogs run for a little bit, and then we are going to decide on Patty Mountain or not. I got Sharpback done. That was really the one I wanted to do. I really want to do Patty Mountain, but being 4 o'clock and I'm starting to get hungry, we'll see. Got a little time tomorrow, just a little bit, but I kind of want to go up and do Duncan tomorrow. So lots of different plans right now. So anyway, I'm gonna drive back down that spot by the stream where we stopped earlier, or another spot, let dogs run for a little bit, and then figure out what I'm gonna do.
In my opinion, the most absolute beautiful road in this forest. I mean, easy drive, but man, you literally are driving down the side of the stream the whole time. It's just beautiful. If there are only camping spots up here, man, I'd be golden. It's like that Pennsylvania geography, or excuse me, geology. Like all the rock everywhere, and then like a stream with all the rock. Man, it's awesome. Woo. Old truck's holding up. I really need to switch out these wheels. I got lazy. I need to put the 1552s back on. As much as I like these, I keep rubbing. See, it's like right there. I even shaved it back, and it's still rubbing. It's that -12 offset. You go back to those 0 offsets, I'll be good. It didn't rub on them, but anyway, gonna let dogs run, and then we'll head on. We call this Gracie's swimming hole, don't we? You done forgot it? Come on. Got your swimming hole? And she's off. Dogs roll around in the grass, and of course one went swimming. There she is. But gonna head back to camp. Gonna do long wheel draft on the way back. Gonna do long wheel draft to Strong Mountain Jeep Trail, up to Havis, up to camp. So we are here at one end of long wheel draft. This is a fun little trail. This is drivable trail. I'm gonna keep it in 2 high for now, but long wheel is always a good one. Nice and easy. So back up here to Strong's Mountain, I think I might change my plans a little bit and go down Strong's Mountain and then do, what is it? Flat Hollow. I guess Flat Hollow is another drivable trail, and then instead of going down the rest of Strong Mountain, I just go out Flat Hollow and then come around Havis Valley. We'll see. I gotta go down Strong Mountain first, but that, and I gotta figure out what this squeaking noise is. I think it's my upper control arms. I've been wanting to replace them anyway. Either some RPGs or some Cambergs or something. So I put some, I don't have any lubricant, so I put some motor oil on them. It's probably the wrong thing to do, but we're trying here, folks. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna switch the battery in the GoPro and then head on down Flat Hollow here. Just because it's something new. Was Flat Hollow Road. Now we're back on Strong's Improvement. We're going to take that up to Havis Valley and back to camp. So we're back in 2 high and we're rolling. All right, good morning and happy Mother's Day. If you're out there watching and you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. Slept like a baby. The new tent is amazing. The air mattress I got, it's not the best. Keeps deflating on me. Not a big fan. But yeah, it is what it is. I still slept well. Yeah, so ate dinner last night and watched some of my show and literally passed out, so didn't make any videos last night, but it's all good. So today's plan, get ready to pack up. We're gonna get out of here, start heading back north, and go from there. So I'm gonna get all this into the truck. And we're gonna roll. And it's a bare sight. Got everything packed up. Just sitting here listening to the sounds of Big Poe Creek before I head on out. So I think I'll just air up here and then roll out. That way I don't have to stop again and air up. And then it's straight shot up to Chambers Road. I was gonna map Duncan, but I woke up a little late this morning. It's already almost 8:30, so I wanted to wake up at 6 or 7, get packed up, be on the road by 20 minutes ago, but that didn't happen. So I'll save Duncan for the next time, along with Knob Ridge, Ridge Trail, and High Top, and then Patty Mountain. So it gives me a trip for the next time. Of course, I'll do Sharp Back. This time, really, I'm going to do it backwards. But, so yeah. Fun trip. I don't want to leave. It's beautiful out. Not a cloud in the sky. There's no rain yesterday. And supposed to be no rain today. It is supposed to rain tomorrow. But man, it was a beautiful weekend. I thought it was going to be a little rough because it was raining the whole way down here on Friday, but you know, it cleared up and we had a beautiful weekend. I could not complain. 72, 73 degrees yesterday, even up here in the mountains. Oh man, it was amazing. So, but got the truck all packed up, gonna air up real quick and then get on the road. Just a few final views on the way out. This is Penn's View. So we were actually camping right down there, down in that holler in there. So yeah, then did a few trails up on that mountain over there. So that's the left side of Strong's Mountain, but I think it's called something else. But yeah, beautiful views. On we go. I was driving down the interstate and realized I didn't close this trip out with a little video. I left you guys hanging at I'm leaving camp and going to Chambers Road. yeah, my bad. Not doing Chambers Road. Reason being is that between the construction and the traffic that I hit coming up out of Pennsylvania and through Corning and coming up that way, I literally burned up the hour that I had set aside to go do that and still be able to get home by 2. So not doing Chambers Road. I can save that one for another time. And then of course, because I didn't get up in enough time and with the dogs and stuff this morning, I wasn't able to do Duncan Road either. No biggie. I'll just save those for the next trip and give you something to look forward to. Did learn a lot on this trip, confirmed some things, learned some things, confirmation buying that Gazelle Overland Edition tent was a 100% 5-star purchase. That tent is amazing, up and down. I had that thing set up in 10 minutes and down in 5 minutes and packed away. Absolutely love that tent. Definitely sticking with that tent. The canopy worked great, being able to go over the picnic table and being able to cook on that. I will need to buy a new camp table. The old camp table that I have decided to disintegrate on me when I was packing it up, so it happens. That thing's pretty old anyway. But yeah, I mean, camp-wise, everything worked good. Packing, having the little fake Pelican cases I got from Harbor Freight, and just kind of keeping everything separate, and then throwing the canopy and the tent down the middle in between the spare tire and my kind of work box I got back there. I mean, everything packed perfectly. Having that Y strap from SVC Off-Road that's designed for tires.
However, I wanted to be able to kind of lock down the bed and you know, have pressure, kind of almost like bed supports, which I do have a set of Dirt King bed supports coming. It still worked out great. So, you know, just it really confirmed kind of the oh, what's the word I'm looking for, the like the packing plan in the truck, and then being able to put things in the front seat here, like my backpack, camp chair, so it doesn't get soaked in case it's raining, things like that. I do need to figure out something for the dogs in the back. Needing to have my toolboxes close by and not wanting to put them in the bed of the truck kind of presented a difficult challenge in the back seat, but hey, it is what it is. We'll work through that. Some things I learned: pulling the sway bar links out and having the Icon coilovers in the front work perfectly. Do not need a sway bar. Even on the road, you know, more travel off-road, doing sharp back, hitting some of those, you know, deep holes and, you know, rock crawling and everything like that, so much better than the last time. However, that brought me to my one big problem, which is I will have to go back to the 0 offset wheels. Even pushing that 1 inch out that I have with the -12 offset wheels, I'm rubbing too much. I'm literally coming down hard, and I even trimmed for the zeros. So that's good. I'm gonna have to put the 0 offsets back on. No big deal. I'll just have to buy an extra one for the, you know, spare, but in the meantime, I can run a -12 offset spare if I need to. But yeah, that's the big thing. So I've got 2 parts coming in with new tie rods and upper control arm from RPG Off-Road. So I'm gonna hold off on doing the 2025 build guide / overview until I get those installed, probably end of May, early June. But anyway, enough talking head. Trip went great, perfect weather, great trails. Go to Bald Eagle State Forest. It is amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this trip as much as I did. If you enjoyed it, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel up and running. Hit the like button, all of that bell, hit like, subscribe, messages you hear everybody else do. Please and thank you. Will be much appreciated. Anyway, mothers, enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day. I'm headed home to go pamper my wife. Again, this is John with Raven Off-Road. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.